Hey everyone, how you doing? Brian Morse again from JM Dynamic LLC, Skills for Life. Back today again talking about EDC. We got some really good feedback from the last video that we did, and I wanted to go over it again with you today and bring up some of the ideas that some people brought to my attention and some of the things I forgot to talk about last time. So start from the head again and work our way down, right? So first thing, glasses. I can't seem to keep a good pair of glasses on my head. I break them, I lose them, all kinds of things happen. So I just buy cheapo glasses. I just make sure that they've got good UV protection. You may want to buy some high-end glasses. They can go all the way up, But for me, just having some good sunglasses that protect my eyes from UV rays, good to go. Okay, a hat. So like I said, I'm a hat wearer. I wear hats all the time, but in the wintertime, I like to carry, or in the colder months, I like to carry something like this, and anytime you can find something that's got multiple purposes, it's smart, right? So this is a hat that covers your ears, which is important because your ears and your extremities, like your toes and your hands, are the first things that are going to get frostbite in the colder months, right? This hat also has a light, which is cool, right? And you can replace the battery if it goes bad, if you carry some extra batteries for it. But, worst case scenario, if you don't have a flashlight on you, this is a great thing to have, right? Plus, it keeps you warm, especially as the sun starts going down in the colder months. You may want to transition to something like that. Okay, so talking about my pistol, which is the next thing I want to talk about, start with thinking about what month it is, right? Because in the colder months, you're able to wear a jacket without standing out because it's August and 120 degrees and you got a jacket trying to cover your gack, right? So what you want to do is adjust your holster type and where you carry your weapon based off of the time of the year. That's what most people do. That's what I do for sure, right? So I tend to wear a band or something like that, a band holster in the warmer months, and I carry a inside the waistband holster in the cold months. The reason I do that is because I can keep it covered, and it's still I wear it in my pocket. And you can also buy pocket holsters, which are great. I like this. It works for me. If I needed to in a pinch, I can get my hand on my weapon and get it situated so that without anybody really knowing that I did that. And if I'm out and I've got it where it needs to go. I'm gonna reluctantly reholster now. Okay, next thing is a knife. So you definitely want to have a knife on you. You don't have to carry something like this. It's a pretty big knife. It's like 8 inches. I also carry a folder on me. This is just a basic folder. Again, these folders, just like sunglasses, I tear them up all the time, so I don't spend a lot of money. I won't pay more than 20 bucks for a folding knife, just because of the way that I am personally. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that if you're really careful with your stuff and you don't lose it, you don't break it, you're not constantly trying to cut things open with it, then you can go with a higher end knife for sure. But for me, I like to buy these. This is a Gerber right here, and just a regular little Gerber folder. I think I paid $19 for it at Tractor Supply. Okay, back to the GAC. If you're going to carry a gun, right, you always want to make sure you got your permit to carry that gun if you're carrying it concealed, okay, like I do. So if you're carrying a concealed weapon in my state, in the state of North Carolina, you got to have a permit with you all the time and an additional ID. So, something like that. Your driver's license, another picture ID. So I'll carry that. Flashlight. Great to have. You can sway a situation just by this. If you just want to make somebody take their attention away or make them lose their sight for a second, just to give you an edge, right? Having a flashlight is a great thing. You can turn it on. It just gives you that split second to do what you got to do. If it's draw your weapon or get the hell out of Dodge, right? So having a flashlight is a really good thing to keep on you. I like to keep them, like I said, redundancy. So that's 2 flashlights on me so far. My keys. So, you got these key rings, right? So obviously I got the key to my car, but people are always giving me stuff to put on here. My daughter gave me this thing for her real estate business. There's always things that people are giving me to stick on here. Keep a couple of Motrin and some Tylenol in here. Another thing you can add to it, they sell these little survival kits. They're small, but you can hook them right onto your keyring. And if you're going to carry other stuff on your keyring, this thing's actually got a little flashlight on it, which is cool, and a bottle opener, and I'm not sure what you'd use that for, but you'd probably figure something out, right? Use it for cordage if you had to. And then you can buy these little survival kits, and you can put that on there too. It hooks right on. There you go. Okay, so I carry that with me everywhere I go. Okay, a lighter, right? Some people carry a ferrocerium rod. Some people carry, magnesium stick. I like a lighter. I feel like I carry all that other stuff. I carry ferrocerium rod. I carry magnesium. I carry these little zip light things right here. They're great for starting fires. So I feel like a lighter is going to keep me going when I need it, as long as I keep it warm, because when lighters, especially butane, when it gets cold, they don't work for shit. So keep it in your pocket or something like that. I keep mine right here, in my pocket. On this, I've got fishing line tied around there, right? I've got wax covered cordage wrapped around here. I've got some 550 innards wrapped around inside there. Like, I've got 18 to 20 meters of each on here. And then I was also able to get a strip about that long of I call it 100-mile-an-hour tape, but Gorilla tape, and I wrap that around there. And then I also wrap electrical tape about 5-6 feet on each side. I was able to get on there. So that's a lot of stuff on there. And then inside of the tape, if you start undoing it, I put little razor blades and fish hooks and anything I could think of. I even put a 22 round here. There's all kinds of stuff you can do with that, right? I took a little one of these flat whistles, put that on there. It's got a that didn't work too well. Let me do it the other way. Got a little whistle. It's also got a little button compass glued on there. So, this is stuff you could do at home. It was easy. It's not something that you need to buy from me or anything like that. You can do this kind of stuff at home. Take you 10 minutes to make something like this. I use Bic lighters. There are other lighters out there. Oh yeah, I've even got some big sewing needles in there. There's other lighters that you can use. I use a Bic lighter because I feel like they're one of the most trusted lighters out there as far as being able to consistently light for long periods of time without going out. You got a lot of flame that's going to come out of here before this brand new lighter is going to go out, and it probably is going to get you through a survival situation if you needed to. Because between this and this, I can make a fire in a pinch with even wet wood that's not exactly dry. Okay, moving on. Glasses. I wear glasses, so I keep them in my pocket. Gloves. We talked about extremities, right? I always carry a thin pair of gloves with me, so that's important to keep. Okay, self-defense. So we talked about the knives and the guns and stuff like that. There's other stuff, This is my wife's. It's pink. Don't give me a hard time. But it's a little mace. You just move this out of the way, then it flips right there. You press down, sprays out mace into somebody's eyes. It's good if you had to break contact. You should be thinking break contact, not fight. Fighting should be the last thing on your the last thing on your agenda should be to fight. If you can flight. Don't fight unless you have to. Unless you have to defend yourself or defend somebody else. If you don't have to do one of those two things, then get the hell out of Dodge. And if you have to break contact, mace. They sell these little stun guns that are great. You can just use it to break contact, get somebody's attention on themselves and not you, and get the hell out of there if you had to in a very hostile situation that you're trying to break contact from. So great thing to have. these are things that people mention. So a charger and a wire, right? Something you can plug into a wall. It's got a little USB on it, and the charger's got multiple different types. You can buy these. So it's got the mini USB, it's got lightning adapters and stuff like that. So it's got 3 different adapters on it that you can use. And it plugs right into this. This plugs into the wall. So having something like that with you is great because your phone dies. I also have one of those small battery packs that you can carry. But you know, the last thing you want when you're in a situation where your phone is something you're depending on for your survival is for that phone to die. So having something like that is going to be great. Okay, that about covers it. That's everything we got here. If you like what you see, I want you to go out, please. You can get on Amazon. You can go to Barnes & Noble, Books A Million. Both of my books are sold there. They both cover this kind of stuff. You know, if you are interested in you know, situational awareness basically, and you know, travel safety, home security, what to do in a hostage situation, all those kind of things, pick up the Green Beret Survival Guide. The Green Beret Bushcrafting Guide is my second book, and it's actually pretty much part 2 to this, and it covers everything from food procurement, water procurement, shelter, how to find shelter, how to build shelter, security, how to keep yourself secure, your family secure, communications and signal, so how to signal somebody in the event of an emergency situation. It's got all kinds of stuff in there for that. Health and first aid, how to deal with a situation. The health and first aid chapter of this book is chapter 6, and it was written by another Green Beret, Dr. Mickey Fuentes, and he is a specialist in personal recovery and survival, evasion, resistance, and escape, that kind of stuff, medicine related to that, right? So it's a really good chapter in here on that kind of stuff. It's also got basic first aid and things of that nature. You also find, so we got food, water, shelter, security, communications, health, and first aid, firecraft, how to build a fire, everything you need to know about making a fire, from having nothing to having everything that you need. So a lot of good tips and tricks in there on that. And land navigation. You know, if you can't figure out which way is north, and you can't figure out which way you need to go, how to find, you know, how to find people when you're lost in the woods, this chapter is going to help you do that. It's also got a lot of good appendixes in the back, where you'll find all kinds of stuff in there too about EDC, like this, what we were talking about with what you carry every day. Also, your get back home bag, it goes into detail on that, bug out plans, all that kind of stuff. It's all in here. So Green Beret Bushcrafting Guide and the Green Beret Survival Guide. Go ahead and pick one up if you can. You can get on Amazon, pick it up there. Probably the easiest way. Also, get online, www.jmdynamic.com. Look this up, check out our website. Come down here if you like this. You can come here. We do this training here all the time. It's part of our curriculum. We've got a lot of good classes that we give. They're not that expensive. We've got a place that you guys can stay if you want to come. It's a little bit Spartan. You know, you're going to be camping out, but it's nice. It's right on the river. And just check out our website. Contact us directly, and let's get you in one of these classes. Okay, so www.jmdynamic.com. This is Brian Morris with JM Dynamic, Skills for Life. Okay, the next thing somebody brought up were these shears, right? These shears I have, they're from MEUUT, Mute. They're excellent. These medical shears will cut through anything. I mean, they cut through tin, they cut through bone, they'll cut clothing right off if you need to, in a trauma situation. So they're great to have. This one's got a little carabiner on it. You can hook it onto a molly or something like that. So great to have. Inclement weather, you know, I like to carry a small umbrella if I'm in a city. I carry a rain jacket that I wear if I'm anywhere else, you know, but in a city I would carry an umbrella. It's no big deal, and it'll definitely keep you dry, better than just, you know, walking without one, right? Another suggestion, somebody said, you know, a multi-tool. Multi-tools are great. I own one. You know, they've got pliers. They've got all kinds of stuff inside, knives and bottle openers and things like that. So definitely a good tool to have. This is made by Gerber. You can't go wrong with a Gerber or a Leatherman, but the other ones can be a little flimsy. I'd be careful. They pinch your skin, stuff like that. So I definitely would go with one of the better, higher up brands when it comes to buying one of these multi-tools. I know I said I buy cheap knives, but the multi-tools I spend a little bit of extra money on because they are, you get what you pay for, basically. Okay, in the summertime, I always carry one of these little mosquito repellents. They're really great. It's just a little you know, roll on that you can put all over your body, keep the mosquitoes out. There's nothing worse than being eaten up by mosquitoes. And if you're in a place like North Carolina in the summertime, it gets pretty bad. You know, we're right by the water, the river down here behind me, and mosquitoes can get bad. So even a mosquito net doesn't weigh anything. You keep it in your pocket. If you're in the woods a lot, like I am, you know, if you're obviously not going to wear a mosquito net if you're walking down Main Street in New York. Okay, earphones. If you're, I think earphones are more, you know, situational awareness is important, right? So be careful. You don't want to be have your music on and there's stuff going on around you. You're not paying attention. You're listening. You're jamming out, and there's an active shooter situation happening, and you don't even realize it because you're so engulfed in your music, right? So I suggest if you're going to wear earphones, these little bone conductors are great. You can hear the music, but you can also hear everything else around you. This one's got Bluetooth, goes right to my phone. It gives you privacy, right? If you have to listen to somebody or somebody's telling you something that you don't want the world to know, you know, how many times you walk by somebody and they're just like blasting their speaker on their phone, you know? Not only is it rude, but you're giving away your personal information. So keep your business to yourself. And then lastly, I know people are sick of this, right? With COVID and everything, but I guarantee you on 9/11, those guys that were running from the towers with all that dust probably wish they had something like this, right? This is just a little M95, but there's other masks that are better. I like this because this one in particular came in a little plastic wrap, so I know it's going to stay sanitary. It folds into like nothing, and it doesn't weigh anything, right? So I can stick this in my back pocket. I never even know it was there, and it's nice to have. And then just a little bottle of hand sanitizer. You know, it's not necessarily because of the pandemic. It's just there's a lot of germs out there, right? It's nice to have. I like to coat my phone with it once in a while. My hands, I shake a lot of people's hands. I don't know what they've been doing with their dick beaters, so I like to have some hand sanitizer on me at all times. Okay, guys, that's it. That's what I got. If you like what you're seeing, like I said, you know, pick up one of my books, Green Beret Bushcrafting Guide or the Green Beret Survival Guide. You get them both on Amazon or Books A Million or Barnes & Noble. Be sure to check out our website, www.jmdynamic.com. Come on down, train with us. We got plenty of room for students. We've got an area for you guys to camp out. It's a big bonfire right on the water, on the river. Come on down and train with us. JM Dynamics, Skills for Life.